McKenzie now on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Singletary. That's good.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he stopped immediately there.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Sacked.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here.
32.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Incomplete.
The pass.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
At their own 17.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. The numbers from last week's game for Ebron. 10 catches, 108 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. And to give this time to the tailback. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's third down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
Complete to number 32. A gain of 15.
1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Player on the tackle. A gain of 12. First down, Pittsburgh.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Brought down at the
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
It's third down.
Now back to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 19. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
First down, Steelers.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 56 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
so much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
No gain on the play.
On second down, here's Yeldon.
The 50-yard line.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Bills on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. First down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. And it's a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
A fumble on the play.
And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. They'll look to throw now on first down. Ebron with it over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
To number 80.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
36 on the carry.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Chris Boswell.
Eric Ebron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So now Eric Ebron and the rest of the offensive unit trotting on the field. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a pass, it's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Bills' 29-yard line.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the target once again, and it's 2nd down.
Micah Hyde on the coverage.
This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll look to throw again. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
His kick is
Boy,
good.
so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
26-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And Beasley with it over the middle. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
The pass intercepted by the Steelers.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. 3rd and goal and still a long way from the end zone. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Bills nothing.
So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture of the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know and often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete.
The pass.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. And he's going to use his legs here. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
The pass.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Chris Boswell on 4th.
And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Chris Boswell.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. McKenzie returning it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 47.
They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Being strong up the middle is imperative.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Past the 20. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 46-yard line.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he's got this down to the 35. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, You can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And a Steeler first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, it's McKenzie. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
On for the point after.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Back to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19-yard line.
Harrison Phillips on the start.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. He'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Pittsburgh.
From 6 yards away. And this offense continues to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
25-yard line.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
The pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw again. And that's caught by Beasley. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
10 at the 10-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And that's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
On the tackle.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
He was brought down by Matt Milano.
This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether